Wait, is that the band? Stay tuned to find out what I'm doing here.
Every year for Homecoming Weekend, the Spirit of Troy brings back alumni to play at halftime. Hi, I'm Gianmarco Velasquez.
And I'm Evan Abelson. With Homecoming Weekend right around the corner, the greatest marching band in the universe is practicing with alums. Reporter Kendall Washington is live at Allison Felix Field with more.
Guys, right now I'm at Allison Felix Field, and the energy is electric as the band prepares for their homecoming performance. Now, this weekend, you can expect to see 250 to 300 alumni on the field. While the Trojan Marching Band Alumni Association was officially chartered in 2023, they have been performing during Alumni Weekend for decades. Event coordinator Steve Ortiz says tradition is what fuels USC alumni.
We want to preserve those same traditions for the current kids. We want to preserve that same experience that we had, and that's whether we can help offset some of the travel costs or pay for the awards at the band banquet every December, or provide lunches at band camp at the beginning of the season. We help out any way we can to play a part in maintaining, preserving, and paying forward the traditions of the Trojan Marching Band experience.
Now, right now, guys, I'm joined by featured twirler Grace. Now, Grace, tell me, what is in store for this week's performance, and how are you feeling about it?
Well, we're really excited to have the alumni all come back and perform in the Coliseum again, and we're very excited to hear about the traditions, how the band's changed throughout the years, and some of the things that they're going to love having again, performing with the TMB as alumni. So I'm very excited.
Now, this is your first year getting the opportunity to perform with alumni on the field for homecoming. How are you feeling about it? What connections have you made? And tell me what practices have been like with alumni.
Well, we're very excited to have the alumni back, as I said. We're preparing some new cool tricks for this show, and we're really excited to have them twirling alongside us. And it's always more pressure when I know that I'm going to be twirling next to some of the great twirlers that have twirled at USC before. But I'm really excited to get to talk to them, to get to twirl with them, and we're going to have a great time this weekend.
Okay, guys, now the USC Band Alumni Association does support these kids. Now tell me, how does it feel to have the support of alumni knowing that they're trying to help you guys cover funding?
Well, having our alumni support is crucial to everything we do as an organization. We couldn't do anything that we do without them, and we're very grateful for all their support and all the help that they provide, not only financially, which is very important, but also emotionally, and with everything we do as an organization, we really couldn't do it without our alumni coming back, so we really appreciate their support.
Okay, guys, check it out. If you missed the game on Saturday, that's okay. You can have the Band Association, Alumni Band Association, come and perform at any home game tailgate. Now, for more information, visit uscband.usc.edu. I'm Kendall Washington with Annenberg Media. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Kendall. One USC alumna was practically born into the Trojan family. Her children are continuing a multi-generational legacy.
Growing up, if we needed anything, we always went to our Trojan family friends, and we have a deep, deep connection with so many people in Orange County who are Trojans, and it's been a fun lifetime experience. Now to come full circle that both of my kids are here as students, just like I was when I was working in the Alumni House, it's just wonderful. We are so blessed and so happy that they chose our alma mater so that now the four of us can share our love for USC as the Trojan family together.
Edler is a 1994 graduate of USC's Marshall School of Business. Her family tree is full of people repping Cardinal and Gold. That includes her father and her 4 siblings. Edler's husband is a 95 Marshall grad. They're raising the next generation of USC students. Their son Vernon is a 20th Trojan in the family.
Because my whole family has been to USC now, it's fun having them on campus and walking around and hearing their experiences, and they'll point out buildings that they're like, hey, we were here 30 years ago taking these classes, and these stories that they share with us, and also having my sister here.
It's cheesy, but it's truly the Trojan family. Growing up, that's all I heard. Again, what I said, aunts and uncles in my life, my parents' sorority sisters and pledge brothers and people that they went to school with who are now part of my community. And so I think having that kind of family through the Trojan legacy is a really big deal to me.
Edler stays connected to USC not only through her 2 children, but also through her philanthropy work with Town and Gown.
And USC will continue to consider whether your family went to USC as part of its admissions process. This is despite a California law that went into effect this year prohibiting the consideration of legacy status at private universities. Legacy students tell USC that this is all they have ever known.
I think it's pretty well divided, just like the school, where there are a lot of legacy spring admits, but there's also just a lot of people who end up being spring admits randomly. I think growing up, I've only ever really known USC. I've always been going to the games, the football games and basketball games. I've known Fight On since I could learn what it meant.
And USC interim president Kim responded to critics saying the university considers family history as, quote, a very small piece of an applicant's overall context, experience, interest, and fit within USC. One admission strategist said legacy admissions inspire school spirit and a tight-knit culture.
Coming from a family that really understands the school, understands the power and the reach of the school, is something that you're very familiar with. And it's like similarly, anyone who's visited campus and gone on a tour, they have a unique understanding of the culture, and you're at an advantage just for having that information. So being able to talk that up.
And as for USC's punishment, it will have to publicly disclose certain data about admitted legacy and donor applicants. Legacy admits made up roughly 14.5% of the fall 2025 freshman class.
These Trojans are welcoming back more than just former students. USC's Alumni Association is relaunching its regional alumni networks this spring after a 5-year hiatus. Annenberg's Associate Dean of Career Development says the goal of these groups is to connect alumni across the U.S.
When you're in LA, you have this community because you're actually at the school. If you're in New York or you're in Chicago and you're in Texas, you miss USC and you want to be with like-minded people who love the Trojan spirit. So it's really about community.
The association, which dissolved its 45 regional chapters back in 2020, will be relaunching in 8 major cities across the United States. New York, Chicago, and Washington, D.C. are on that list. Current students say the Trojan family is one of the top reasons they committed to USC.
I think the Trojan Network is like super real, and if you don't take advantage of it, you're missing out on a big benefit of going here.
I know that the Trojan family is very strong, so I knew that graduating there would be a lot of connections.
The Alumni Association is growing these regional networks at a rapid pace. Plans to connect Trojans in Phoenix, Boston, and even Honolulu are already underway.
In this Alumni Weekend, a new initiative is hoping to encourage fundraising for future generations. The leaderboard-style Reunion Cup Challenge provides a spirited event for USC classes from 1970 to 2020. It focuses on philanthropic support for USC fundraising for student scholarships and access to education. The competition between graduating classes, which began in January and ends in December 31st, is based on participation rather than donations.
I think our hope with the Reunion Cup Challenge, it's based on participation, and so we were intentional in any dollar amount matters to kind of donate to scholarships to support the next generation of Trojans.
We've really seen great turnout and support and involvement from not only our committees, our reunion committees, but other folks within the broader USC community.
There used to be a competition 5 or 6 years ago before Sam and I worked here, and it was a little bit different. It was based on the dollar amount. Yes. And so you can imagine how daunting that may feel for some young alumni. This is the inaugural version of kind of the participation-based model, and so it levels the playing field a little bit.
And so far, the current standings show the class of 2015 in first place was 1,040 donors. In second place, the class of 2010 with 708, and in third, the class of 2005 with 682 donors. Alumni have 48 days to donate until the Cup Challenge comes to a close.
The homecoming football game is this weekend, and despite the rain, the SC community is attending.
And USC is well known for its famous film alumni. We'll hear from one of them about how his Trojan connections operate.
And students love to drink coffee, but who is serving it to them? They might just be part of the Trojan family.
USG election season has kicked off.
They have a huge game on Thursday, right?
Huge.
Prior to that, he couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat.
And a warning tonight about a massive storm heading our way.
We're live here at the Galen Center.
What would y'all do if you had $2.5 million?
Music, art, and women empowerment.
And she put her stamp on Big Ten history.
Those are men swimming like fish.
Thanks for watching.
Annenberg TV News. You never miss an episode.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Thanks for watching.
So, live from the Halo is USC Annenberg's take on NPR's Tiny Desk concerts. This is like a platform for USC students and adjunct students just to perform and play their music for an audience.
Touch leaves you begging for more.
The LA Coliseum should see a big crowd for the homecoming game Saturday afternoon. Sports reporters Mia Nunez and Jack Malo are here to tell us more.
The Trojans are taking on another ranked Big Ten team.
That's right, USC will take on the Iowa Hawkeyes.
USC's passing offense outpaces Iowa's by yardage, but Iowa is ranked higher. Despite this, USC should still pull through, given that they already defeated a higher-rated pass defense when they made their visit to Lincoln, Nebraska 2 weeks ago.
Quarterback Mark Gronowski has been quite literally leading the charge as he leads the team in passing and rushing, boasting 12 rushing yards on the year. On the defensive side, standout defensive back Xavier Nwampo will be one to watch as he leads his team in solo tackles with 30. On the USC side, USC's offense has been the star of the show. Specifically, running back King Miller has been on a tear with 3 games of 125 or more rushing yards, while finding the end zone 3 times during that span. Even though their defensive efforts have been lackluster throughout the season, they showed improvement in a dominant second half win against Northwestern.
All right, so Mia, do you think USC can get it done, even though they're playing in the rain?
I do think they can get it done, but I think it's going to be really on the hands of wide receivers Mekhi Lemon and Jacoby Lane. Since the beginning of the season, they've kind of been a little bit low on yardage and receiving yards, right? So we're going to need that in full force this weekend. What about you, Jack?
I'm going to have to agree. I feel like, however, because of the rain and the situation, we saw in how they took on Oregon, Iowa likes to force Big Ten football, and that's when the USC is at its most dangerous as of late, with running back King Miller, a finalist for the Burlsworth Trophy.
Yeah, it's super important because, you know, this game has playoff implications.
Absolutely, especially if we win out. Well, that's all from us. Let's head back to Evan to hear about how else this weekend's weather is going to impact the game.
Thank you, Jack and Mia. As USC prepares for the homecoming game, athletes and fans had better be ready for wet weather. An atmospheric river is making its way to LA with significant rain expected tonight through Tuesday. On Saturday, there is an 80% chance of rain at noon, down to a 65% chance at 3 p.m. Saturday's game starts at 12:30.
As far as home games go, it's been few and far between when we've seen weather have any kind of impact. The balls can be a little wet, and I think USC is going to rely on the passing game a lot more than Iowa will because they're the last ranked passing offense in the Big Ten. So I think there could be some sort of impact there. It being homecoming too, I mean, maybe even on the crowd, not getting as many people out there as we would expect.
Despite the rainy forecast, plenty of USC students will be at the game, cheering on the Trojans.
My friends and I are just going to throw on some rain jackets and go to the game anyway. It's our second to last game here. We have to rally.
Yeah, I have a ticket, but the rain. Californians don't know how to handle themselves in the rain, me included, but USC always on top.
Yeah, I don't think I can strive physically, but I can definitely stay dry mentally.
We're going to win. I believe that we have a great football team. I think we're going to win, even in the wet.
Kickoff is at 12:30 Saturday, rain or shine.
And USC Sports Business Association hosted its 3rd annual Sports Business Summit in the Trojan Grand Ballroom today.
I mean, events like this are exactly what brought me to USC, a school with, not only the ability to attract star power, like Rich Eisen is speaking right now to a panel full of students for free, which is fantastic, but also a university that housed plenty of professional experience, on the part of their professors. So Jeff Ellenzer, again, is a perfect example of somebody that knows the industry inside and out. He keeps in touch with different professionals in all sorts of verticals across the sports industry.
The event had 6 different one-hour panels ranging from the LA 28 Olympics to women in sports and a Q&A session with the audience. Guest speakers included Special Advisor at Los Angeles Dodgers Farhan Saidi, Chief Athlete Officer at LA 28 Janet Evan-S., and Manager of Global Sports at Oakley Gary Gant.
Beauty of the Sports Summit, the Sports Business Summit, is that it brings together professionals, leaders of sports industries on the business side, the media side. I would like to see this become a tradition where students got a chance to connect with people, and other students came along and were empowered because of success they saw.
And last year's summit drew more than 1,500 attendees. It is one of the many opportunities here at USC for students to network with alumni.
In spirit of Alumni Weekend celebrations at USC, Film School alum and The Boys show creator spoke about how helpful the Trojan Network has been throughout his career.
I would say like the most valuable part were the friends I made. When we were producing The Boys, we had this cameo from Charlize Theron, and we shoot in Toronto, but she needed to shoot in LA. So we had to like very quickly put a crew together. And so my first call was Eric Hayes, my friend from USC, and he put a crew together and came out and shot it. And so it's like you spend your whole career still utilizing the USC network. It's really great and valuable.
Actor and comedian Will Ferrell is another notable member of the USC Alumni Network. Others include pop stars Olivia Rodrigo, the first man to walk on the moon, Neil Armstrong, and legendary Star Wars filmmaker George Lucas. Other notable alums include names like Ron Howard, John Chu, Regina King, and Randy Johnson. Trojans have won over 80 Academy Awards, 8 Heisman trophies, and 50 Super Bowl titles. Students weighed in on their favorite alums.
Gotta be Neil Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong, since obviously I'm a woman in STEM.
Zac Efron, because I feel like he's in so many movies and stuff, and it's just cool to see that he went to this school. Kind of motivates me to I want to be one of those people, like when the future kids come to this school, like, oh, she went here.
Most notable alumni, in my opinion, is Allison Felix. As a track athlete myself, we just renamed the track after her, I think 2 years ago. I think it's a real privilege to be able to be in an area where there's so many noteworthy people.
If you want to add to USC's official list of notable alumni, email uscbaat@usc.edu. Reporter David Sosa talked with alumni who may be most important, USC's coffee shop owners. David, what did you learn?
Most USC alumni move on with their careers, but some decide to stick around and start their own businesses. From Aruda Nature to Cafe Dulce, these coffee entrepreneurs serve the community. We caught up with one right outside the main entrance.
I mean, I've met so many regulars and students, and I get to connect with them in a different way because I've been a student. So when they talk about a class, either I've taken it or I've heard about it, and I can just it's just easier to connect. When building my car, I had so much help from other students, and they have like these unique skills. And I think that's just because USC students are so impressive and capable. I don't think I could have done that anywhere else. But right now, it's been really special because I already feel like it's a community space, you know, with people hanging around and getting like comfortable with my regulars and then coming by all the time.
With Bruiser's Coffee, Scott wanted to apply her experience as a social change major into a local business. On top of keeping in touch with the USC community, she also promotes sustainability through her own coffee cart.
Cameron is just the most caring, sweetest person you'll ever meet, and I feel like she carries that with her through her entire brand. Everything that she gives you is compostable, so you know that when you're contributing to Bruisers, you're also contributing to the earth.
I'm not a big coffee guy, but you know, this cart opened me to want to try it more. But it's definitely community, it's definitely familiarity. The best way to explain it is sense of family. She's super welcoming, she's super happy all the time. I think that's something a lot of people need. I think it's something the world needs a lot.
You could catch Bruiser's Coffee outside USC's main entrance Monday through Thursday from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Have you ever tried Bruiser's coffee?
I've always walked past that area and I see her working and pouring cups. It's like a one-man band, but now I'm definitely gonna give it a try.
I know it looks pretty cool. I've always wanted to try it because I am a huge coffee fanatic, but there's always such a huge long line, which is great for her, but not so great for students who want to get it in a rush.
Absolutely, and I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think my order would take her like, what, 30 seconds? I get like an Americano or an espresso. What about you? What do you like?
You can't go to Bruiser's and get a black coffee, Gianmarco. I think David was saying something about a banana bread coffee latte. That definitely sounds more up my alley than some black coffee.
Oh yeah, I mean, I like matcha too, so dulce, of course, as a staple here at USC, but it's wonderful to try out new options, especially if they're from Trojans. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching See It Live. From everybody here at Annenberg Media, I'm Gianmarco Velasquez.
And I'm Evan Abelson. For more coverage, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so that you never miss an episode. We'll see you next time. Good night.